The sky is so pretty. I can see the spaceship right over here. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I get to watch the sunrise and the mountain every morning. So we put Us and Them on from Pink Floyd. And I hope you can watch it and read what it says about the song. Yep. Now the other thing I wanted to tell you, especially about Astro, is we have to stop listening to stuff that talks about karmics, because we're done with our karmic assignments. That's going to be for people on the other timeline. That's not going to be for the highest timeline. So if they want to listen to stuff about the karmics, hi, Holy, then they can. But we don't want to. We want to listen to stuff that talks about Chosen Chronicles, Alpha Spirit, Darkness Forge. You want to stay into music, videos like that. Okay, we're not going to lower our vibration and go into past. Okay? Very important. Very important. So some of my people that I listen to daily, I will no longer be listening to. And that's not because I don't love you. It's because I have to stay on the highest timeline. So okay, I'm going to turn this off and we're going to go right into our reading. Okay, let's put the light on. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's see what we got here. Us and Them. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. Okay, so we've got the first verse, Us and Them, Pink Floyd, is about going to war. How on the front line, we don't get much chance to communicate with one another because someone else has decided that we shouldn't. The second verse is about civil liberties, racism, and color prejudice. The last verse is about passing a tramp in the street and not helping. Okay, so that's on the shorts. You guys can go ahead and look at the shorts. And the reason I heard Us and Them is because last night in Astro, that was playing. And the three cards that went with it are, we are the chosen ones. We're us and they are them. We are the divine ancestry. And we are the royal blood. We're ascending. We're getting our awakening. And you see how both of their eyes are closed. They're in deep meditation. Okay. And then we have the hermit. And the hermit is because we went within. Okay? We went within, we're us, they are them, past is past. That's why I say listening to old tapes or listening to videos that are on karmic assignments, evil spells, all that kind of stuff. When they start talking that way, that's why we have to stop listening to so much tarot. I'll probably definitely still listen to Steve's Love Tarot because he is my number one. But we're going into Chosen Chronicles, Alpha Spirit, Darkness Forge, and there's a couple other ones that have the Joker talking. Those are the things that I will be putting into my mind because tarot about evil and the karmics, all that's behind me. Okay, so you go wherever you got to go, but this is where we're at. Now, this stuff in Astro, we want to stay away from mechanical responses. That's on the bottom of this deck here. We want to stay away from being mechanical. We want to stay away from being what others want us to be. We want to be what we are. You just be your authentic self, okay? And then we have that Four of Cups again, where I tell you that we have to bring down that idea onto the table. So what's that idea that you've been thinking about? What's that project that you want to get off the tables? What are you doing on your highest timeline? This is the highest timeline. Okay? If you're not on this highest timeline, then you probably need to go to another station. As I see on the live chat, there's already people saying, no one cares, and what are you doing? I don't usually follow the chat because, like I just got done saying, it just disrupts the energy. But I'm just showing you that those are the type of people, those are the type of conversations that you need to stay away from. If I could turn off the chat, I would, because I'm doing a highest timeline energy reading. That's what I'm doing. And I'm using Astro's advice because we are on all dimensions simultaneously at once. This is our physical avatar. Okay, we are here in a physical avatar. We're also on the other dimensions all at once. We need to stay on this highest timeline while we're right here, right now, because we're bringing in the movie, The Lion and the Virgin. Okay, some of you are starring in it, some of you are not. Some of you don't even need to be on this station, and I keep saying that because you're not going to understand anything I'm saying anyway. So we're bringing in this fourth cup, we're bringing it to the table. Okay, and we're doing that with the Queen of Swords. We're doing that with truth. We're only talking truth. We're not talking nonsense. We're not talking how they talk. You hear they and them all the time. Us and them. Pink Floyd knew about it way back in the 70s. I've mentioned we listen to music. We've been listening to music in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, right? Most of us, that's our age group. It gets us through. It gets us through. Well, now that we're at that final chapter, we need to start recognizing some of these songs that got us through. That's why the music that I put on my shorts and that I talk about are the music that got me through to get me to where I am today. We're not supposed to be here. They wanted us gone. They did not want us to complete our mission. They did not want us to be divinely protected like we are. Well, we are the chosen ones. We are ascending. We are the royal blood. We're doing it. So stay in the hermit mode. You want to stay in that hermit mode. Okay, so let's do a quick reading here. We've got the Queen of Swords underneath that Four of Cups. So the truth is to bring that idea from up here down here. Okay? Then we want to stay in our truth doing it. No lies, no dealing with toxic people, no listening to any kind of YouTube that is about evil or spells or karmics. We're not listening to that crap no more. Not that it's crap, okay, because it was very useful when we were on that timeline. We're on a higher timeline now, so we need to listen to stuff from a higher timeline. Equal give and take. Six of Pentacles. We want equal give and take. So whoever we're listening to, whatever we're doing, it has to be equal. It has to be coming into our timeline and saying, yep, that's good. We sealed that old timeline. That energy is sealed. If you decide you want to lower yourself and go on to a lower timeline, you will start playing those old tapes again from the sealed contract, and you will fall back into a lower timeline. You can do that. I'm not going to. I'm staying on my highest timeline. So I'm going to have equal give and take. If you aren't on my timeline, then I don't stay. Okay? Angels got this. You see the Virgin Mary back on the wall? That's her new spot. She was in my room. She is now in here. I change the energy around all the time. Angels got this. We've got to have temperance, got to have balance. See the card? The red and the blue, she's mixing them together. What does red and blue make? Yep, purple, same as her outfit. Purple is higher spirituality. And then we want to go into the Page of Pattern. The Page of Pentacles is somebody that's going towards his abundance, but being childlike at it. See how he's got the target on his shirt? I'm drawn to that because we are a target for them, but we're on the highest timeline. And see up here, we're on the highest timeline. See the comet in the stars? And they can't touch us now. If you fall back onto a lower timeline, then they can start doing their spells again. They can start doing their karmic bullshit because you've lowered yourself to their timeline. If you stay at a higher timeline, they can't touch this, okay? Can't touch it. Can't touch you. You're divinely protected and you're on a higher timeline. We broke the ceiling. That glass ceiling, we busted it. We're out of there. So really understand that this is serious stuff. You can fall off this timeline. Okay? So then we've got that whirlwind. See the devil card right after that. Remember I said I was drawn to this shirt, the target? Now look at the next picture. Same thing. The devil wants you to go down to a lower timeline. See him there? He's got all of his tentacles around this guy. But we're up here. Okay, so if we're above the two X's, we're up here, he can't touch us. But you start dropping your timeline, see? Just everything I just said backed up in that picture. That's amazing, isn't it? Okay, so you want to stay the Knight of Pentacles. You want to get on your motorcycle. You want to stay high vibed. You want to stay in nature. You want to stay cruising. Okay? To what? To your Ten of Pentacles. This is a Ten of Pentacles card. This is what we just been through. We've been through the people drinking their A stuff, aronakine, I can't pronounce it, adromacrine. The blood in that's how they were drinking it at their parties, selling their souls to the elites, right? All that kind of stuff. That's a Ten of Pentacles in the 3D. Our Ten of Pentacles is way beyond that. See, we're not even on this card. We're way up here. And the other thing that they wanted me to tell you is they don't want you trying to save people. We're past that, okay? Let everybody be on whatever timeline they're on. Okay? Let everybody be on their timeline. All these people doing whatever they're doing, you just stay away from it. You go towards your 10 of abundance up here. Okay? Then we have, I cannot believe the accuracy of the very moment I came in here and you're showing that and saying this. Well, thank you, Blue. I don't normally read the comments, so that is definitely confirmation. Queen of Pentacles, that's our abundance. Okay, let's go back to this. We had the 10 of Pentacles, and I said, we're above here, we're up here. We don't want anything to do with the other people's timelines. So let them all do what they're doing. Even if that means you totally sit in a hermit position with nobody but your pets. Because you have to remember that you're chosen, divine ancestry. Now, for those of you that don't know, my shorts go right along with my readings. So definitely watch the shorts. We're the Queen of Pentacles. We're levitating. We're up here in the space. See how she's levitating? She's above the earth. She's got her pentacles here. This is our card. This is their card. 10 of Pentacles. Those guys, us and them. Us and them. Us and them. Okay? The other thing that I wanted to mention about Mary, if you remember correctly, when she was here, she was mocked, ridiculed, called everything from A to Z. She lived her life out to probably, I don't know, 60, 70, 80 years old, a long time, after her son was crucified, right? You think that was a good life? You think Jesus and Mary had good lives? They had shitty lives. And you know what? Our lives are probably better than their lives. But yet, look at them. They're on our wall, right? We have statues of Joan of Arc. And we have statues of all these people, right? But their lives, when they lived them, really sucked. Okay? And then they're even cut out and lied about in history because half the stuff that you're learning about these people isn't even true. So try to remember that these guys are us. These are us. These were us in past lives. That's why I keep telling you, do you know who you were in the Bible? Do you know who you were in these past lives? Wow, it's amazing. And those lives were not glamorous. They try to make them glamorous now. Oh, look on the wall. Look at her. We love her. But when she was walking this earth, they didn't love her. They did everything to her. Joan of Arc, Mary Magdalene, Martha, John. I could go on and on and on. Look at all the disciples. All the disciples were killed off. So, now they're this grand things, right? Well, yeah, they went through bullshit after bullshit. So they wanted me to tell you about that too, because a lot of you think, oh, my life is so bad. Not even close. Okay, but you are them. And you're in this life now because we're finishing this. We're finishing this horse and pony show, right? Okay, so Queen of Pentacles, that's us. This is them. Okay, let them do their thing. We need to do our thing, and that's levitating, being on the highest timeline. Okay? Then this card wanted to come with it, and look at what it is. There he is. There's the King of Pentacles. Because he was stuck right to this card. He is like, I'm going with her. Wherever you're going, I'm going with her. Look at that. See, you got a twin. You got your twin out there. 5D and higher. If he doesn't come into this last part, he'll be here real soon because he'll be in the Lion and the Virgin. Okay, so here's our bad axe. That was flirty and slip, huh? No, bad axe. AX to badass, ASS. This is our motorcycle guy, Six of Wands, badass success. Who's going to have the badass success? As always, King and Queen of Pentacles. So we're probably going to wrap it up here because, especially the story I told you about Mary, these people that we have statues, these people that are our heroes, they didn't have good lives. You look at their lives and you tell me how good of lives they were. Their greatness came after they ascended. We get to have our fun now. Highest timeline, King and Queen of Pentacles. That's what we're doing. We're bringing in the Ten of Pentacles, right? But they have to go onto their own timeline. We're up here. So since I'm just repeating myself, we're going to close out there. But I want you to know that it's us and them. I want you to stay on the us side. Don't fall back into the them. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this. Watch the shorts, us and them. I love you guys. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.